everyone. I'm Sandy Anastasi, psychic channel and intuitive astrologer, and today your energy guide through the world of psychic protection. Here's my psychic protection tip number 11. Folks, this is an example of a very common and insidious way that some people take advantage of an open moment in your life to either psychically download on you or sometimes even psychically attack you. Here's how it goes. Suppose that you can imagine, just for a moment, that you're looking forward to enjoying a quiet meal with your family or partner at a restaurant. In this moment, all is going well. You're having a great time, you're celebrating, you're really into your partner and your discussion, and you're completely relaxed, and you're hungry. And you're really looking forward to this food. It's your favorite restaurant. Well, now your food arrives. Everything's been going well up until now. As the food arrives, the waitress places the food on the table. You prepare to dive into this luscious fare. You're relaxed, you're open, you're smelling the great odor of the food. Mouth, tongue, and taste buds are ready to take the plunge. And the waitress suddenly asks, "Where did you get that cute shirt that you're wearing?" Well, you take your attention off of your food and you put it on her. And you say, "Well, the local store," and you say the store's name, "is running a sale on these. You can run down and get one like this yourself if you like." And you put your attention back on your food because you're getting ready to eat. And you're wanting to share your great meal with your partner or your eating companion that you've been sitting and enjoying the companionship with. Well, the waitress doesn't let you go. She asks you another question, and she smiles. She launches into a discussion of how great the sales are this week. You helplessly look at your dinner partner. You look down forlornly at your plate. You're feeling trapped. You finally pick up your fork and you start to eat. But somehow the food is tasteless. The waitress drones on and on. Now she's talking at you as you try to politely ignore her. Finally, she moves on because someone at another table has called her. But by now it's too late. The food that a moment ago looked wonderful and that you were so hungry for and had waited for all day now seems lifeless and dull. You become short-tempered. You find yourself snapping at your dinner partner. The food hits your stomach like lead, and you know that tonight your digestion is going to be off. You rush your dinner mate through the meal. You feel like you can't wait to get out of this restaurant that just a few short minutes ago was exactly where you most wanted to be. What on earth happened? This has happened to all of us upon occasion. The answer of what happened, once you look at it energetically, is very, very simple. The waitress chose that exact moment that you were most open, which always occurs when we're about to ingest. You see, when you eat, you're not just filling your body with food, you're also taking in energy. So she chose that moment, unconsciously being energetically aware of your openness, to download on you her own excess energy. Whatever she had picked up through her own anxiety or her own interaction with other customers, some of whom perhaps weren't so nice, or her boss, she just took this opportunity to download on you. She added her own excess energy in a long, boring, and often complaining dump. The fare, the food that should have been life-giving to you, instead of being life-giving, felt empty and dead, because that is the energy that she just dropped on you. You would have experienced the same negative experience, or even worse, if your dinner companion, whom you have a closer bond to, had chosen to start a complaining session or to pick a fight with you while the two of you were eating. Ask yourself, how often in your life does this happen? How often do your meal times become dumping sessions or complaining sessions or argument sessions? And how do you feel afterwards? And what's happening to your health and well-being? And here's another insight for those of you who have kids. Have you ever noticed that the kids seem to pick mealtime to act up most? That's because when you are open to receiving the energy of food, the life force that you're replenishing, you are most vulnerable to attacks of all kinds on the energetic level. So, here's my tip. Make a rule. At your table, there will be no complaining. Never at mealtime. And there are to be no arguments and no fights. Discussions are fine, they're great, they're enjoyable. Happiness is wonderful to share at a meal, but not that negative dumping, negative energetic stuff that too often goes on. If you are with your family or your friends and they're insisting on doing this anyway, maybe it's their habit and they can't break it, well, get up and leave the table. Take your plate with you. Eat alone. Eating alone is far better than getting dumped on. If a waitress or a fellow customer in a restaurant tries the preceding routine on you that I described, well, tell them politely that you'll be glad to speak with them after you're done eating, but you don't want your food to get cold. So they need to leave you to your meal now. How simple is that? We just never think of doing it. So many times people use politeness and etiquette to trap us into being downloaded on. You don't have to stand for that, folks. So many people use this method of downloading at the dinner table to rid themselves of their own tensions and anxieties that it is nearly epidemic in our society. It might even have something to do with the problem so many people have with losing weight or gaining weight they don't want. But you don't have to allow this at your table. Try putting my tip to use. I promise that you will enjoy eating a lot more. Your food's going to digest better. You will be healthier, you'll be happier, and you will be a more all-around energetic person. I'm Sandy Anastasi, psychic channel, intuitive astrologer, your energetic guide to psychic protection and psychic energy. Visit me on my website, www.sandyanastasi.com, for more insights, for lots of free information like this. I have a lot of Kabbalah pathworking that is free, available on my site. I have a free newsletter that has wonderful articles in it. This is one of them. I have a free psychic hour that I do every month where you get to see and interact with me just like this, and you get to actually ask me questions. You can raise your hand and ask me questions verbally or typed questions, either way. Folks, I love what I do. I love sharing with you. Visit me on Amazon. Check out my new astrology book, Astrology, Art, and Science, and my 8 other books that I've written. I have an entire system of psychic development. If energy, dynamics, and psychic development and psychic abilities are your thing, definitely check that out. Thanks so much. Visit me on the social networks, especially Facebook. I definitely talk to you. I get back. I'm available. Thanks so much. I'll see you back here next month with another psychic protection tip. Goodbye.